Hey guys, hope you're doing good out there. All right, so there's a lot of reviews on Glock 47, but if you're like me, you like watching, like, I don't know, at least 15-20 videos of the same type of gun before you make a purchase, right? Because these things are getting more up there in price, and thanks to inflation, our dollar isn't going as far as we all know it should be. So I'll just produce one more video of my thoughts of it, and hopefully you guys get something out of it. All right, so Glock 47, as you may or may not know, Glock 47, this was pretty much dreamed up between Border Patrol and Glock. Border Patrol asked for this type of gun, and of course Glock wanted to make money, so they did what they asked, and then later on made it commercially available. So what's different from the Glock 47 from the Glock 17? Well, a couple of things. Not much, but a couple of things. So of course, this is a Gen 5 type model, but the main differences between this and 17 is, so you see this little rail out here, all right, this bottom part of the frame. On the 17, it goes further up, and on the 17, you don't have so much of a dust cover under here, all right, to where it kind of looks like the dust cover like on a 45. Yeah, you didn't see that on the 17. This plastic thing just went all the way up, and there was just a little bit of metal under here versus it goes a little bit further back on this model. All right, so another thing with the 47, we will clear it real quick. All right. Oh, there we go. So here we go. This is the main thing right here. It takes a Glock 19 recoil spring assembly. All right, which is great. So between Glock 19, the Glock 45, and now the Glock 47, they all take the same recoil spring, and these slides are all interchangeable with one another now for the Gen 5 models, that is. So with that being said, that's awesome. Now, some people have had issues with this little cover plate on top here, to where you can take off and you can use the Glock MOS system, put different red dots on. Some people had issue that this thing is polymer and not metal like the rest of the gun. I don't have an issue with that, and here's the reason why. If it could save me $5, then I'll go for it. Like, if this was a extremely high-end, like, I don't know, $5,000, 1911 going towards a top tier high end, then maybe I would have an issue with it. But for a duty gun, a personal protection gun, like, this is just fine. Polymer is just going to be just as tough as a steel one, and guess what? Most people are going to take that off, put a red dot on there anyways. As far as the sights go, regular Glock sights. Let's get into the trigger. So the trigger is the exact same as any of your Gen 5 Glock MOSs. It's not great, it's not bad, it is what it is. Now, this gun does come with 3 17-round magazines out of the box. Now, it does not come with this magwell. This is one by Strike Industries. So I'm sure most people are familiar with Glocks. I have some type of thing, either a magwell or a little plug that will plug that little hole between the back strap and the inner part of the magazine well. And the reason being because I do not like dust, fuzzies, or mud or anything else seeping its way up into the mechanism here. I know Glock originally stated that had that there so debris and everything else can come down and have a place to fall and escape. I've never ever seen any Glock malfunction because debris was unable to come out of here to go down here. I have seen more issues of dust and everything else creeping up here and causing gunk and everything else, especially if people over oiled it. So I always say, if you can get a grip plug, then do so, or a magwell. Now, this does not help all that much with printing. In fact, it kind of makes it a little bit harder to conceal, but it's still not that bad. Now, if you are a first-time gun buyer and you're looking at getting a Glock 47, Glock 19, Glock 45, I say get any one of those and it will serve you just fine. Now I have this 1911X here because I've been doing some other videos with it and a little bit of testing with it. And I do have to say that as far as a duty gun, this thing is cool. It's awesome. But if I'm going to do some serious work, I'm definitely going to be taking the Glock with me. All right, that's just the way it is. For concealed carry, in nice, roll-on environment, as nothing fancy would put it. Yeah, you can carry, a 1911 or pretty much any other gun that you want, as long as it's running pretty well at the range for you. You don't have too many issues with it. Cool. But if you're getting ready to I don't know, potentially protect yourself or others in any type of conditions, and you want maximum reliability, Glock is definitely one of those guns to reach for. I'll also say that about Smith & Wesson M&P, and I'll also say that about the SIG 320, at least the M18 and the M17 commercial versions. To be honest with you, this is kind of a going full circle thing with me. Glock is not the pistol that I'm most excited about. But I was doing some wheeling and dealing, doing some trades to get a red dot sight for this thing, just because I just thought this optic would look really cool on this pistol. And I knew that, I needed a good 9mm, polymer striker fire gun that was going to be reliable, and that I could get magazines, ammo, parts, accessories pretty easily, in a pinch, in case, I don't know, US market collapses or something. So with that being said, I seen this, and I was able to get a really good deal on it. And that's another thing too, with Glocks, if you can get a really good deal, whether it be used or blue label, then I say go for it. When it comes to whenever Glock models first come out, please don't try to spend your hard-earned money whenever they first launch. For some reason, Glock upsells them by about, I don't know, $100, or at least the dealers do. And these things are not worth $700, all right? I mean, $650, I don't even think they're worth it, all right? I would prefer you guys, if you don't have a lot of funds and you're looking just to get something good that's going to work, that you can train with, get a used one. Or if you have a profession or credentials to be able to get you the blue label pricing for one of these things, go ahead and do that, because most of the time you can get a blue label Glock cheaper than you can get a used Glock. All right, so as far as everything else this gun comes with, since it is an MOS, here's the case for the MOS. You can put whatever red dots you want on there. I would personally go with some other aftermarket plate system. These can work okay, but I also heard a lot of the reports of them not. So just be aware of that. Now, unlike the 17 that comes with like 3 or 4 different types of back straps, this one only comes with 2. And personally, I think that is just fine. I like that these ones actually do go all the way up through the beaver tail area. So hey, I'm okay with that. Right now, I'm just rocking it the way it is. I may put another one on there, because I am shooting a little bit low and left, and yeah, that can work with grip and your ergonomics as far as, hey, your length of pull for your trigger finger and all that. So just be aware of that. Now, I'm rocking a older, I think this is a Bravo concealment Kydex holster, if I'm not mistaken. There's a little symbol, so I think that's Bravo Company concealment. Please correct me in the comments below, or in the comment section if I'm wrong. Now, this was made for a Gen 4 Glock 17 with a TLR flashlight. So yes, it does fit. You can fit pretty much any Glock 47 gun into a Glock 17 holster, but you may not, actually you won't be able to do it vice versa, depending on who the Kydex maker is, just because of this bottom frame here. It's a little bit shorter, so if there's custom, or if there's a Codex holster for the 47 that forms around here, don't try to stick a 17 in there. It may not fit. Like I said, you're gonna have to experiment around with different types of Codex holster makers. I think Bravo Company Concealment and a few others are really good. You can get their stuff that's already made to go, pretty affordable. All right, so I just want to wrap this video up with one quick change to the gun from what you've seen before. All right, so I had the Strike Industry magwell on there, but I wanted to put this medium back strap on. I tried the medium and the large. The medium fits my hand best for right now. Without any of these add-on back straps, the length of pull was not enough for me. Well, it was enough, but I started noticing I was shooting a little bit more to the left, and it was extremely consistent. So that length of pull, it's important for me. So you know, if you are new to Glock or new to polymer pistols that may have, I don't know, different ergonomic options, really try to figure out what a good length of pull for you is. All right, and what that is having gun good and comfortable in your hand, and not having that finger go too much into the trigger, or to where it's too big to where you can barely get a press on the trigger because the gun is too long. All right, so just get a good thing that fits you, all right, and do a good length of pull to where you're not going to be pulling the gun one way or the other, depending on where that sweet spot is on your trigger finger. All right, every gun is a little bit different. Or I say every model gun is a little bit different with that, so that's something you're going to have to figure out on your own. Yeah, you can work through it, but if you can have it comfortable, then do that. All right, other than that, the ejection pattern on these is awesome. So I was shooting some NATO spec 9mm ammo, and it was it was ejecting very hard and to the 3 o'clock position, which is good, unlike older models, which when it ejected, it would kind of come up and go towards the shooter, which could be very distracting, especially if you have hot brass going down your back, down the front of your shirt, or what have you, so, or hitting you in the face. Now, I like this gun, and I do know a lot of other law enforcement personnel that have previously traded in some of their other guns to start carrying these. All right, they carried Glock 19s, Glock 34s, other Glock 17s, like maybe one of the older models or generations. And so I know quite a few of them that are rocking this, and this thing shoots well. I can't complain. In fact, this is one of the smoother shooting Glocks I've ever fired. The only gun that I think that will beat it as far as Glocks go is the Glock 34. But for, I don't know, its size and everything else, I like it. Not bad, can't go wrong. So if you can get a Blue Label special, then do that. Save yourself a little bit of money. But anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. You take it easy out there. Love yourselves, love one another.